we're getting at the very latest as far as this conflict between Donald Trump and Harvard University is concerned. Donald Trump has now upped the ante against Harvard University by asking the university to not enroll international students anymore. It has revoked the university's ability to enroll and host international students starting from 2025-2026 academic year. The university has described this move as illegal, retaliatory, affecting thousands of students is what it has said. In opposition to it, the Trump government accused Harvard of fostering violence, anti-Semitism, collaborating with the Chinese Communist Party. The department said the decision followed Harvard's refusal to provide requested information about certain foreign student visa holders. The controversy sparked off after Trump administration had written a letter, remember, to Harvard University on the 11th of April, threatening to cut back billions in federal funding unless Harvard accepted government demands, including requirements to audit the viewpoints of student body, faculty, staff, and also to reduce the power of certain students and administrators because of their political views.
I don't believe it's illegal. Foreign student visas are a privilege, not an entitlement. In particular, students cannot enter the United States if they provide support for designated terrorist organizations. They wouldn't be allowed to enter the United States. The Trump administration wants to remove students who've provided support to designated terrorist organizations like Hamas, and they want to be able to know which students have done that. So they want access to disciplinary records and to videos of protests.
All right, so essentially this is what has been said by Harvard. Trump wanted Harvard to share all hiring data with the administration. That was actually a condition that was set and categorically rejected by Harvard. This is something that they wanted to do, wanted Harvard University to do. Also to audit all hirings at least through the year 2028. I'm going to go straight across to Geeta for more. Geeta, conditions were set before Harvard University and they refused to adhere, essentially not accepting the terms and conditions. They've also taken this matter up legally. What next for the students, including almost about 800 Indian students who stand affected?
Well, the Indian students are going to be impacted. There are quite a few who got through Harvard University, and the fact that they will not be able to join in the first semester. Now, like we've been reporting, Sneha, the university is taking the federal government to court. One will have to wait and see what the ruling is going to be. For now, there have been instances where the courts have quashed and the cases of the Trump administration's decisions. But again, this is risking an entire semester or maybe a year as well of students who have gotten through Harvard. So not allowing them visas is a major decision and a major setback for Harvard. And we'll have to wait and see whether if international students in India are willing to take that risk of maybe an offer to study online in the beginning and then join the university later. And should they lose the case, then they certainly will be losing an entire year. So it's a major decision now for the students as to what they want to do, what they'd be willing to do, and how much of a risk they're willing to take in such a scenario. But this is Trump administration upping the ante against Harvard University, and Harvard University doesn't seem to be backing down on its position on freedom of speech and opinion.
Mohan getting in those details of foreign affairs, that are putting that story into perspective, telling us about how the terms and conditions were set before the university. They refused to adhere. There's been fund freezing and also a directive from the government at this point in time that international students can't be enrolled and can't be hosted. This, of course, impacts 788 Indian students currently enrolled with the Harvard University. Like I said, 788 Indian students currently enrolled in Harvard, and that's the kind of impact that we're going to see on many of these students. Currently, they are studying at the Harvard, so currently this is this batch and the previous batches as well. 5 to 800 Indian scholars and students enroll every single year. Students must take transfer to another university if they want to continue to stay in the US. So that's clearly one option before them, which isn't an easy option. Indian students from 2025-2026 batch will be the ones who would be impacted with this decision of the US government disallowing Harvard University to enroll foreign students. So this is the kind of impact that is going to be seen on the Indian students along with other foreign students.